Mr. Black has retained counsel. Will set release conditions and future court dates. I'll turn to the state first, and then I'll hear from Mr. McGinty. Ms. Black, Ms. Bell?
Yes, Your Honor, and my Rule 9 number is 9905009, and the state has no objection to PR with standard conditions.
Okay.
No objection on that, Your Honor.
Thank you. So, Mr. Black, you will be released on your personal recognizance. Your conditions of release will be that you commit no future law violation, not drive without license and insurance, and appear for your court hearings as scheduled. Anything else in this matter?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
And just to make sure that we have Mr. Black's correct mailing address, and if he is opting into text messaging, Mr. McGinty, do you have any input on that?
That's fine, Your Honor. I do have his address and phone number if the court would like it.
Okay. Is the D Street Shelton address the correct mailing address at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. What is the correct mailing address?
6910.
Okay, we have that address. And do we have his phone number for? Yeah. Okay. Would Mr. Black be interested in signing up for text messaging option for notice reminders?
He would, Your Honor. I do have a cell phone number.
Go ahead.
253-203-5516.
Thank you. And I have hold the JNS in this case. I'm signing that off, and we are completed with this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. May I call
Do you have any?
I do, Your Honor. May I please ask the court to call number 7, Austin Crogstat? He's appearing via Zoom.
Okay. Austin Crogstat, cause number is 480272459. This is a driving suspended charge. Ms. Bale, is the state proceeding with this charge?
Your Honor, the state has offered to amend to no valid operator's license with identification with a committed finding.
Okay.
And Your Honor, we're not in a position to accept that offer today, so we'd like to proceed with arraignment, please. May I?
Sure.
Your Honor,
Go
we're
ahead.
asking, pardon me.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, we're asking that Thurston County Public Defense be appointed to represent Mr. Crogstat. It's my understanding that he currently makes about $17.50 an hour, and he does support one dependent. So I do believe that he qualifies. We have no objection to probable cause for purposes of today's hearing only. We would waive any further reading and advisement. I believe Mr. Crogstat understands his rights, and we would respectfully ask the court to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf.
Okay. Mr. Crogstat, are you able to turn on your video?
Can you hear me, sir?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, sir. Your full name, Austin Kelly Crogstat?
Yes, Your Honor.
Year of birth 2002?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have been charged with one count of driving suspended in the 3rd degree. Have you had enough chance to discuss with Ms. Collada your constitutional rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions for her or for the court?
No, sir.
Okay. Based on the stipulation of probable cause, I'll find probable cause and enter not guilty plea to one count of driving suspended in the 3rd degree, appoint Thurston County Public Defense going forward, and will set release conditions. Other than the standard conditions, Ms. Bale, is the state asking anything else?
No, Your Honor, no objection to PR.
You'll be released on your personal recognizance. Your conditions of release will be that you commit no future law violation and not drive without license, and until and unless you're fully licensed. You will receive notice for a future court date. Just make sure that we have your correct mailing address, and if you would wish to opt into text messaging for mail notice, for court notice.
Your Honor, Mr. Crogstat isn't in a position to get text reminders at this juncture, but I was able to confirm that he received notice for today's hearing in the mail.
Are we setting future pre-trial dates now, or? Okay. This is number 7. So, Mr. Crogstat, you are released on your personal promise to return with those conditions that I indicated: no future law violation, not driving without license insurance. Your next court date will be June 28th at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Crogstat, we are completed with your case. You're free to leave Zoom platform if you so wish. Ms. Clara, next case, if you have one ready.
I do, Your Honor. May we please call numbers 3 and 4 on the 1:30 calendar, Travis Graham, who's also appearing via Zoom?
Mr. Graham's cause numbers are 4A0333963 for one count of reckless driving in a backup infraction matter. Mr. Graham, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Is your full name Travis Mickle Graham?
Correct.
Ms. Clara, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking that Thurston County Public Defense be appointed to represent Mr. Graham. It's my understanding that he makes about $2,000 a month and he has one dependent, so I do believe that he qualifies. We have no objection to probable cause for purposes of today's hearing only. We would waive any further reading and advisement. I do believe Mr. Graham understands his rights. We respectfully ask the court to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf.
Okay. With the probable cause stipulation, I will enter not guilty to one count of reckless driving applying Thurston County Public Defense going forward. We'll set release conditions other than standard condition, Ms. Bale.
No, Your Honor.
What happened?
And, Your
Miss-
Honor, for the court's
Go ahead.
information, I have shared a cell phone number for text reminders with Madam Clerk and confirmed that Mr. Graham received notice for today's hearing in the mail.
Thank you, Ms. Colada. Mr. Graham, you will be released on your personal recognizance. Conditions of release will be that you simply commit no future law violation and not drive without license and insurance. Your backup speeding ticket will track along with your criminal matter. We'll set your future court date, June 28th at 9 o'clock.
No, we'll do this one on July 5th at 8:30.
Okay, so Mr. Graham, your next court date will be July 5th at 8:30 a.m. And you will also receive a text reminder and notice of that.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. You are free to leave and have a good day. Good luck.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Ms. Colada, next case.
Yes, please, Your Honor. May we please call numbers 15, 16, and 17 on the 1:30 calendar, Colin Tims, who's appearing via Zoom as well.
Colin Raymond Tims.
Hello?
Is that your full name?
Yes.
Year of birth, 2000?
Yes.
Okay. You're here for 3 different cause numbers. Ms. Colada, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking that Thurston County Public Defense be appointed to represent Mr. Tims. It's my understanding that he makes about $1,500 a month, which I believe puts him ever so slightly over guidelines, but I don't believe that he makes enough to sufficiently afford hiring private counsel. Your Honor, we have no objection to probable cause with regard to the case ending 2248 or the case ending 7062. We would waive any further reading and advisement. I do believe Mr. Tims understands his rights, and we would respectfully ask the court to enter not guilty pleas in both cases on his behalf.
Thank you. Based on stipulation to probable cause for cause ending 248 for one count of failure to transfer title, within 45 days, I'll enter not guilty plea to that count, appoint Thurston County Public Defense going forward, and similarly in cause ending 7062, enter one not guilty plea to one count of failure to transfer title. And traffic infraction will track along with the criminal matters. We'll set release conditions and future court dates, Ms. Bale. Are the state proceeding with both cause ending 48 and 62 for those counts that are specified in 15 and 17 docket numbers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Other than standard conditions, anything else?
The state is also asking the defendant to successfully transfer title.
Mr. Tims, you'll be released on your personal recognizance. Conditions of your release will be that you commit no future law violation and not drive without license and insurance. And you are also under the DOL requirement to comply with title transfer requirements. And your future court dates will be set July 5th or
July 5th at 9 o'clock.
at 9. Your next court date for all matters will be July 5th at 9 o'clock. And you will also be receiving notices and cell phone reminders. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, your case is completed and you are free to leave otherwise.
All right. Thank you.
Ms. Clara, next case.
Your Honor, at this juncture, I would defer to Attorney Kale, who I believe is physically in the courtroom, or he may be out with a client. I'm not sure.
I see Mr. Kale on Zoom platform listed as him. Mr. Kale, are you ready? It could be in a breakout room or in consultation. I have a couple of folks in courtroom. Let me take their names. Your name, sir?
Absolutely.
Say it out loud.
May
And
I
your
ask,
case is at 1:30?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ms. Coletta. Roman Alexander Jackson, number 6 is here.
okay. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I was gonna ask the court to repeat the names because I can't quite hear them.
And your name, sir?
Lee Rockwood.
And Mr. Rockwood, Lee James Rockwood is number 13 and 14, Ms. Coletta. He's here in courtroom.
Okay. And Your Honor, may I ask the court to inquire if either of those individuals had an opportunity to speak to Attorney Kale?
You have? Both have had the opportunity to speak with counsel.
He's right here.
I believe Attorney Kale is walking back into the courtroom just now.
Thank you, Ms. Coletta. I will take care of some of the matters with Mr. Kale's assistance.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Kale.
good afternoon, Your Honor. So, let's see, I can start with Lee Rockwood, numbers 13 and 14 on the 1:30 calendar, present in the courtroom.
Okay, Mr. Rockwood is moving towards the counsel table.
Yes.
Your full name is Lee James Rockwood, correct?
Yes.
Year of birth 2005?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Kale, go ahead.
Right, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Rockwood has been advised of the charges and his legal rights. He is waiving a formal reading of the charges. There is no objection to probable cause for the purpose of today's hearing only. Mr. Rockwood is entering a plea of not guilty and is asking that counsel be appointed to represent him. It tells me that he makes about $2,600 a month, which comes up to about $31,000 a year. And I am providing his phone number and mailing address to the clerk right now.
Thank you, Mr. Kale. So, Mr. Rockwood, you haven't had enough ample time to discuss your constitutional rights regarding these charges with Mr. Kale?
Yes.
You have no questions for him anymore?
No.
Okay. Based on the stipulation to probable cause, I'll enter not guilty plea to 1 count of driving suspended in the 2nd degree and 1 count of operating vehicle without ignition interlock. Your traffic infraction backup matter will track along. I will appoint Thurston County Public Defense going forward in your case. We'll set release conditions. I'll hear from the state first and from your attorney, Ms. Bell.
Your Honor, the state is asking for $5,000 bail. Since 2021, defendant has consistently driven without a license, been charged with DWS 7 times, has an extensive history of driving infractions, including speeding 6 times, and has failed to follow court-ordered conditions. Defendant has 2 pending DUIs, 1 from June of 2023 and 1 from 3 months ago. Defendant has a lengthy driving record, especially when considering his age in this small time span the law violations have occurred. The state has public safety concerns about releasing defendant. The IID is meant to protect the public, and defendant is circumventing that purpose by failing to comply with this court-ordered condition. Further, based on defendant's history, the state is concerned that defendant doesn't understand or take seriously why the court has imposed these conditions and how this behavior poses a risk to the public. Defendant was released from Hoquiam Court for a severe DUI on conditions of no driving without a valid license and following law-abiding behavior. Defendant disregarded these conditions. I'd like to point out that in this matter, when defendant was stopped by law enforcement, he was driving a vehicle with multiple passengers and one who had a valid license ended up driving the vehicle so it wouldn't be towed. Defendant didn't need to be driving the car. There were others that could, but he still chose to disregard court-ordered conditions. In addition to requesting $5,000 bail, the state requests conditions of no new law violations, no driving without valid license and insurance, and to get an ID.
Thank you, Mr. Kale.
So, Your Honor, I would be asking the court to release Mr. Rockwood on his personal recognizance. The bases for imposing bail are substantial likelihood that the person will commit a violent crime. Driving without an ignition interlock, driving with a license suspended is not a violent crime. Likely failure to appear, or threatening witnesses or otherwise interfering with the administration of justice. None of those reasons are present here. And also, Mr. Rockwood has already posted $2,000 bail. That was apparently enough for Mr. Rockwood to show up here today. He doesn't have any active warrants right now. The conditions of release in his other cases are conditions of release in his other cases. They're not an issue here today. What's an issue here today is that he's charged with driving a license suspended in the 2nd degree and operating a vehicle without an ignition interlock device. These are not violent crimes, and he has appeared. There's no reason to believe that that financial bail is necessary to ensure his future appearance. And as far as the concern for DUIs or operating without an ignition interlock, there's case law that says that driving under the influence is not a violent crime for the purposes of pretrial release conditions. So for those reasons, I'll ask the court to release Mr. Rockwood on his personal recognizance. Alternatively, if the court feels that bail is necessary and PR isn't appropriate, then I would ask the court to keep the $2,000 bail that Mr. Rockwood has already posted, rather than imposing $5,000 bail. And let's see, I would also object to the condition that he get an ignition interlock device installed, Your Honor. I believe no new law violations would cover operating a vehicle without an ignition interlock device, but requiring him, making it a condition of release that he be required to get one. Well, first, he already has the condition that he not drive without one based on the Hoquiam cases. So I think that would be moot. But I believe no law violations would be sufficient here, because that includes not operating a vehicle without an ignition interlock. If Mr. Rockwood doesn't drive, then not having an ignition interlock would make no difference. If he does drive, no new law violations would mean that he is not allowed to drive if he does not have an ignition interlock installed, so long as that is a requirement of him. It is a requirement of him based on the court order out of Hoquiam.
So let me ask this, the Hoquiam DUI, there's one open case from 2024 and another from 2023. Both of those are predisposition cases?
That's what I can tell from Jeff's, Your Honor.
And it appears that Mr. Rockwood was in court on April 2nd for both of those pretrial matters, and the ignition interlock happened just day after, on April 3rd.
The allegation is that Mr. Rockwood was operating a vehicle without an ignition interlock on April 3rd, Your Honor.
Yeah. Based on those two prior open DUIs, state's recommendation makes sense and is appropriate. However, I also consider the fact that Mr. Rockwood has appeared in court in person today after posting $2,000 bond in this ignition interlock charge and driving suspended charge. I'll set the release conditions as below. I release you on your previously posted bond of $2,000 that will remain posted. Further conditions will be that you commit no future law violations and not drive without a any vehicle without ignition interlock, which you are under DUL requirements anyway, and not drive without license and until and unless you're fully licensed. Appear for your court hearings. Your court date will be July 5th at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and we'll give you a notice of that. And if you have opted into text messaging, you'll get that notice also. Again, I emphasize that the reason you have shown up in person today gives me confidence that you'll continue to appear for court. So that's not an issue of flight risk. You will also need to not drive until you have license and ignition interlock. I'll sign off in this JNS with that court date and conclude this matter.
And just to clarify, Your Honor, is the court requiring him to, is the court imposing its own pretrial ignition interlock device requirement?
I'm just putting a condition that he is not to drive a vehicle without one.
So long as he is required to have one? Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
And I've signed up. Check the bail amount that I have put as previously posted. Okay, so Mr. Rockwood, we are completed with your case otherwise. And we'll see you at the next hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Kale, you can get a copy for him.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Kale, who will you be calling next?
Next up, Your Honor, I'll be calling Roman Jackson, number 6 on the 130 calendar. He's present in the courtroom.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson, you're here for one count of operating vehicle without ignition interlock. Mr. Kale, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Jackson has been advised of the charges of his rights, waiving the formal reading. No objection of probable cause for the purpose of today's hearing only. Mr. Jackson has entered a plea of not guilty, and I am providing his phone number and mail address to the clerk right now.
So you said you stipulated probable cause.
Yes, Your Honor, for the purpose of today's hearing only.
With that stipulation to probable cause, I'll enter not guilty plea to one count of operating vehicle without ignition interlock. TCPD will be appointed going forward. And we'll set conditions of release. I'll hear from the state first.
Your Honor, the state has no objection to PR with standard conditions.
Mr. Kale.
Assuming standard conditions are no new law violations and no driving without license and insurance, no objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Jackson, you'll be released on your personal recognizance with conditions that you commit no future law violation and not drive without license and insurance and appear for your future court dates. In your case, we'll set the first pretrial on July 5th at 10 o'clock. July 5th at 10? Will June 28th at 10 o'clock work for you?
Your Honor, I don't believe that will work for Mr. Jackson. Is it possible to avoid the June 19th through June 28th?
June 19th?
To avoid that window? So either sooner or later? That would work.
Okay. July 5th at 10 o'clock will be the new court date. Okay, while we're waiting to finish Mr. Jackson's paperwork, Ms. Bell, what is the state seeking on planning to do on the number one, Damian Eilis, that's driving suspended in the third degree?
Your Honor, the state is moving to dismiss without prejudice.
Okay. Is Damian James Eilis present on Zoom platform? The state's motion to dismiss this case without prejudice is granted. And Ms. Bell, number 9, Michael Mansfield.
Your Honor, the state is going to continue the charge.
I'm sorry?
The state is going to continue as charged.
Oh, okay, we'll proceed with the charging.
Yes.
Okay, are there any other cases that you want to address in absence of any defendants?
Sure, Your
From 1:30 p.m. calendar only for now.
Honor. Yes, one moment, Your Honor.
While you're looking at it, Mr. Kale, do you have any other matter ready?
Yes, Your Honor. Alexandra Hillier, number 5 on the 1:30 calendar. She's present on Zoom. Ms. Hillier has been advised of the charge and her legal rights. She's waiving a formal reading. There's no objection to probable cause for the purpose of today's hearing only. Ms. Hillier is entering a plea of not guilty. She's asking the counsel be appointed. She lets me know that she receives Medicaid food stamps. I believe she qualifies. And I'll be providing her phone number and mailing address to the clerk.
And is your full name Alexandra Kelly Hillier?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay. Based on the stipulation of probable cause, I'll enter not guilty plea to 1 count of driving suspended in the 3rd degree, appoint Thurston County Public Defense. Ms. Bell, any thing else other than conditions, standard conditions?
The state has offered to amend to no valid operators licensed with identification with committed finding. But if that's not accepted, so the state is still asking for PR with standard conditions.
Okay. With not guilty plea entered, conditions of release, Ms. Hillier, would be that you not commit any future law violation and appear for your court date, not drive without license and insurance. Okay. Your next court date will be a first pretrial on June 28th at 9 a.m. And
Thank you,
just
Your
make
Honor.
sure that we have your correct mailing address and any cell phone number for text messaging if you so choose.
And is the court appointed counsel, Your Honor?
Yes, if I didn't so that, I intended to do so.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Hillier, we are concluded with your case. You're free to leave and we'll see you at the next hearing on June 28th.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, what's your name?
Alexandra Hillier.
Okay, Mr. Kale is inviting you to the council table there.
And Mr. Oswald is number 11 on the 1:30 calendar, Your Honor.
Is your full name Alexander Frederick Oswald?
Yes,
Year of birth 1960?
yes, sir.
You're here because you're charged with 1 count of animals at large. Mr. Kale, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Oswald has been advised of the charge and his legal rights. There's no objection to probable cause for the purpose of today's hearing only. Mr. Oswald is asking the counsel, Mr. Oswald is entering a plea of not guilty, and he's asking the counsel be appointed to represent him. Their only income is almost $3,000 a month that his wife receives from Social Security and state retirement. So it's a fixed income, and they have no other source of income, Your Honor. And I'll be providing his number and mailing address to the clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Kell. Ms. Bell, as to release conditions?
Your Honor, the state has no objection to PR, and the state asks the defendant to surrender all livestock and refrain from obtaining any new livestock.
Your Honor, we would be objecting to the condition that Mr. Oswald surrender his livestock. There hasn't been a finding of guilty. We're talking about valuable property. We're talking about sensitive property.
Thank you, Mr. Kell. I'm prepared to make a ruling here. Mr. Oswald, you'll be released on your personal recognizance. Conditions of release will be that you commit no future law violation, appear for your court hearing, and make sure that your animals are safe and secured and not at large.
I proactively looked into this. Yes.
Mr. Oswald, please stop.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, just so that you're reminded that if it continues to be that, the state may have some mechanism where they can move to forfeit your livestock or seek further remedies. So hopefully you don't want to get there and just be in control of your animals.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, I would ask that Mr. Oswald's case be placed on the Tuesday for your calendar.
Okay. Can we get that date?
Chairman.
We'll submit the notice. Okay, on a Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So, Mr. Oswald, I have signed off on your paperwork, your release condition order. You do not have a court date at this point scheduled, but one will be scheduled and you will receive a notice. It'll be on a Tuesday morning calendar
Thank you.
at some future time. And the conditions of release are that you just commit no new law violations and keep your animals secured. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And where's my office? Your Honor?
And Thurston County Public Defense was appointed, if I did say so.
Yes, sir. I don't see all the paper.
That's all I have ready to go at this time.
And I'll turn to Ms. Colada.
Yes, Your Honor. May I please ask the court to call number 4 on the 2:30 calendar, True Breland? He is appearing via Zoom.
Okay. True Breland is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Breland, good afternoon.
Your Honor, sir.
Okay. And you're here for one kind of minor possession and or consumption. Ms. Colada, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking that Thurston County Public Defense be appointed to represent Mr. Breland. Your Honor, it's my understanding that he's still in school, in fact, high school full-time, so he doesn't currently have any income, so I do believe he qualifies. We have no objection to probable cause for purposes of today's hearing only, and we would respectfully ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty on Mr. Breland's behalf. We do waive any further reading advisement. He and I did have a chance to discuss his constitutional rights, and I do believe he understands.
Based on stipulation to probable cause, I'll enter not guilty plea to one count of minor in possession and or consumption. Thurston County Public Defense will be appointed going forward. I'll set release conditions. Ms. Bale.
State has no objection to PR with standard conditions of no new law violations, and the state also wants to make a point of no illegal possession of alcohol.
Yeah. Ms. Colada, any comment?
Your Honor, I have no objection to those conditions.
Cannot find. We have Janice on Breland. 2:30. So, Mr. Breland, you will be released on your personal recognizance. The conditions of your release will be that you commit no future law violation and not consume any alcohol, non-prescribed drugs, or marijuana. And appear for your court date. We will be sending the notice, or issuing now, or we'll send the notice or give the date today. Okay. Yep, I'm waiting for that. That's fine. Okay, I'll prepare the paperwork, Ms. Colada, and then you can retrieve a copy for Mr. Breland. Those will be the conditions of release. His court date will be July 5th at 9 o'clock.
No, it's gonna be July 3rd at 9 o'clock.
July 3rd, sorry.
Okay.
July 3rd, which will be a Wednesday at 9 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Breland. Good luck and stay out of trouble.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Collada, go ahead. For
Yes,
the
Your
next
Honor.
case.
May I please ask the court to call number 5 on the 2:30 calendar, Renato Cabamalan, who's appearing via Zoom.
Hello.
Renato James Cabamalan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is your year of birth 1983?
Yes.
You're here for one count of operating vehicle without ignition interlock charge. Ms. Collada, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking that Thurston County Public Defense be appointed to represent Mr. Cabamalan. It's my understanding that he currently receives EBT, so I believe he automatically qualifies. Your Honor, we have no objection or probable cause for purposes of today's hearing only. We would waive any further reading and advisement. I do believe Mr. Cabamalan understands his rights. We will respectfully ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay, based on the stipulation to probable cause, I'll enter not guilty plea to one count of operating vehicle without ignition interlock. Thurston County will be appointed based on the representation. Ms. Bell, as to release conditions.
The state has no objection to PR with standard conditions.
Ms. Collada, any comment as to release conditions?
No comment as to release conditions. I can alert the court to the fact that Mr. Cabamalan received a text reminder for today's hearing as well as notice in the mail. And I would request, if the court could, there is an infraction for operating a vehicle without insurance that was on the same date as the criminal accusation. It looks like it has a committed finding. If I may ask if the court can pull that back and put that in a trailing posture.
So, Mr. Cabamalan, on 324, when you got this criminal citation, you were also cited for operating vehicle without insurance, and you failed to appear on the court date for that on April 30th.
I wasn't. I don't receive any confirmation for that court date.
All right, because it appears that you have a reason for a show cause, and based on that explanation, I'll retrieve this finding of dated April 30th and reset the infraction matter as a backup to your future court date on your criminal citation. And again, your conditions of release will be that you commit no future law violation and not drive without license and insurance. And your next court date will be July 3rd at 8:30.
Okay.
For both matters, right?
Yes.
And Ms. Collada, you said you have provided Mr. Cabamalan's cell phone number for text reminders?
Your Honor, it's my understanding he received a text reminder for today's date, so the number the court has already is still good.
Perfect, thank you. So, Mr. Cabamalan, I have signed up on your release conditions orders and then set your hearings for both cases on July 3rd, and you are free to leave.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Collada, next case.
Your Honor, those are the cases I've prepared at this time.
Okay. Since we don't have any counsel ready, then I'll turn to Ms. Bell if there are any motions that.
There may be private counsel.
Okay, Mr. Nelson, do you have a matter ready?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Yes, I have both of the Larry Weaver matters.
Okay, which time they are and what are the docket numbers?
2:30. I apologize. I don't have the docket numbers. They are the last two on the 2:30 calendar.
Okay, the names again?
Larry Weaver.
You got it. Larry Dean Weaver are number 20 and 21. And Mr. Weaver, you are charged with two different cause numbers. One listed as an arraignment today is cause number 24-M00117. Mr. Nelson, go ahead on that case.
Thank you, Your Honor. My client and I have gone through constitutional rights in the one charge here. I do believe that he understands it. We'd waive a formal reading, ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty. We'd stipulate the probable cause if the court has not already found probable cause for today's hearing.
Okay. All right, based on the stipulation to probable cause, I'll enter not guilty plea to one count of theft in the 3rd degree. Mr. Weaver has private counsel representing him. We'll set release conditions and future court dates. Ms. Bell, where has this been alleged to have happened?
Your Honor, the location for the matter ending in 117, correct? The intersection of Albany Street Southwest and 185th Ave Southwest in Thurston County.
Is that a private residence? Is that a establishment?
It's a
Do you have
suite
the name?
hall, Your Honor. These are political signs out on the side of the road.
Okay, and Ms. Bell, what is the location on cause ending 116?
There are multiple locations, I believe, but the signs were found in a dumpster. So signs for multiple locations found in a dumpster.
So, Mr. Nelson, as the cause number 116, which is a backup matter, currently the arraignment is scheduled on June 4th. Obviously, we can proceed with that right now. And what is your position as to probable cause on that?
Thank you, Your Honor. We would again, for today's purposes only, stipulate to probable cause. My client knows his constitutional rights and he understands the charge here. We'd waive a formal reading on the 116 matter as well. Ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay. Anything other than the standard conditions, Ms. Bell, regarding release?
The state also asked the defendant to refrain from continuing to remove or dispose of any of the signs unless he has permission to do so.
Okay. Mr. Nelson?
Thank you, Your Honor. I think that there are certain First Amendment rights here and property rights that are implicated in the state's request. Our position is that all of these signs were eligible to be removed by my client. And so I think a no criminal law violation condition is the only appropriate condition at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. So, Mr. Weaver, you will, and I have entered not guilty plea in cause ending 116 for one count of theft in the third degree, and cause ending 117, one count of not guilty plea to one count of theft in the third degree. Release conditions in this case will be that you commit no future law violation. Appear for your court dates. I will, we will put it on July 2nd at night. Private.
Can we go to the following week, Your Honor, by any chance? I have a trial scheduled to go July 1st.
Okay. July 9th.
Please.
Okay. Yep. So, Mr. Weaver, we will expect you here on Tuesday, July 9th at 9 o'clock.
Understood.
Anything else, Mr. Nelson?
No, thank you, Judge. Are we free to go?
You are free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Collada, do you have any other matters?
Your Honor, I do have a matter to call. May I please call number 1 on the 2:30 calendar, Chad Armstrong? He's appearing via Zoom, and I believe the state has a motion.
Good afternoon, Mr. Armstrong. Stand by. What's the state's motion?
The state moves to dismiss without prejudice.
Okay. The state's motion to dismiss without prejudice is granted. Mr. Armstrong, your case is dismissed. You are free to leave. You have no obligation at this time. Just be reminded that the state does reserve the right to refile it.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, I
Thanks,
just wanted to
Ms.
get Mr. Armstrong out of here because it was a dismissal.
I'm sorry. Did you want a copy?
No, Your Honor. Oh, Mr. Armstrong, do you want a copy?
Of the dismissal or? No, I think okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Collada, next case.
Your Honor, that is all I have prepared right now.
I'll turn to Ms. Bell if there are any motions that we can address.
Yes, Your Honor. The Ellington case, it is ending in 33969.
And it's from 2:30.
Yes.
Number 16, and cause number 4A03333969, state's motion.
The state moves to dismiss without prejudice.
I don't see Rico Ellington. I will grant the state's motion to dismiss without prejudice. Next case, if any.
Nothing further for this.
Okay.